now in the super weekend period where there are plenty of sporting actions that's taking place all over the globe. So the first major bit of news that we're giving you is the India versus Pakistan build-up. On Sanju Samson batting at number 5 or number 6. Sitanshu Kotak, the batting coach, has said that it is not that Sanju has not batted well at number 5 and 6, but he can bat very well indeed. Flexibility in the middle order is something that Sitanshu Kotak is working upon. In the Indian batting nets, when you look at it, Tilak Verma, Suryakumar Yadav, Akshar Patel, Sanju Samson are not batting in any specific position that has been given to them in the nets. So that is the one major update that we can give you as far as the batting is concerned. India versus Pakistan is happening on September 14th. That is why this flexibility has been brought about by the Indian cricket team management. They had an intense practice session yesterday, and Sitanshu came in and addressed certain issues regarding the batting, regarding the bowling. There was a fielding session as well. And there were several other things that were there regarding the India versus Pakistan thing. On the outside noise that's happening, they said, we are only focused on the cricket. Sri Lanka will take on Bangladesh today, and this is a huge grudge match which could determine which team could go out of that group for a Super 4 race. Because Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, they've all had very tense encounters in the past. If Bangladesh win, and if Afghanistan win their next game as well, then Sri Lanka are all but out in the Super 4 race. That is a very thin margin that you're looking at. Pakistan made an emphatic statement yesterday with a win over Oman. So that's why India versus Pakistan, the situation intensifies. However, in the T20I between England and South Africa, we saw a world record. 304 with Phil Salt, 141 runs, the highest individual score by an England player in T20Is ever. Phil Salt's 141 and several other batters, 30 boundaries hit, which included 6s and 4s, 30 of them. 304 for 2. For the first time, a T20I contest between full member nations has seen this kind of a score. It's a new world record by England. The previous highest, yes, Zimbabwe were a test playing nation, 344, but they got it against Gambia. That's why this is a new world record. First time in between two test playing nations, you've seen a score in excess of 304. Now, as far as other sporting events are concerned, the World Athletics Championships 2025 in Tokyo, they began today. And unfortunately, Priyanka Goswami, Ram Babu and Sandeep Kumar did not do well. Sandeep Kumar finished in the 24th position. Ram Babu was disqualified. Priyanka Goswami also finished in the 24th position out of the 50 competitors that were there. The race began at 4 a.m. It finished somewhere close to 6, 7 a.m. That's why it is not going to be that good as well. So Priyanka Goswami and all the others did not do well. As far as the other sporting events are concerned, Satwiksairaj, Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty are into the final of the Hong Kong Open. Will it become two Indians? Because Lakshya Sen is in action later today. As far as the India women's hockey team is concerned, big match coming up against Japan. They have to win this encounter to ensure that they can go through. But if they lose, they are out of the finals race in the Women's Asia Cup. They can at max battle for the third position. Now there are other sporting events also that is taking place, including the FIDE Grand Swiss chess event. One of them, today is round number 9. Round number 10 and 11, only 3 more rounds remain after this. If none of the Indians do well, we'll be in big trouble. Nihal Sarin is at the top 2 at this stage, where Shali is still in the top 2, but only by very small margins. And that's why Nihal Sarin looks to be the only guy who seems to have a chance. Pragg, Vidit will all have to ensure that they play catch-up. So that is the other sporting event that we are looking at this stage. So badminton is going to be your primary focus as well. There's also going to be Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh. There'll also be FIDE Grand Swiss. But all eyes will be on September 14th. India versus Pakistan. Plus, you'll also have Satwiksairaj, Rankireddy, Chirag Shetty in the final. Can they win it after 6 attempts? 5 times they managed to make it to the final. They have lost. Can it be 6th time lucky for them? So that is the current state in the Indian sporting department. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this morning wrap. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.